Welcome back to No Nonsense. With me as always, Will Byrne. How are you?
I'm feeling it because we're back. It's happening. I can't believe my eyes, Carl.
Yeah, it would be a difficult choice this week between my patented game of the round.
The people have been talking all week. What's he going to go with?
I know that. Which one's he going to go with? Arsenal United, Liverpool, Bournemouth. Well, like the Ireland game man of the match, it goes to the best Irish person on the night. It's not actually kind of a holistic kind of a thing of the best player. It's more just the games that I've watched is the game of the round. And I only watched one game, so even if it was a 0-0, it would have been my game of the round because I watched this game. And what a game, Will. 3-2, not last minute, but late winner. Lots of drama, bad tackles, handballs, penalties not given. Had it all. Man United win. And Michael Carrick continues to make this managerial thing look easy, Will. He must be thinking, this is easy.
Yeah, that is very funny if even he's on the touchline like, oh my God, am I this good?
I can't believe how easy this is.
He's managed 5 games now for Man United, including his last interim spell. And in that time, he's beaten Pep Guardiola twice. He's beaten Arteta twice. And he's drawn with Thomas Tuchel.
Well, I have a proposal, Will, for Man United. I think they might, if they're smart, they'll take up on it. I say rehire Ruben Amorim as director of recruitment. Don't let him do the team or tactics, but the players that got in. I mean, Patrick Dorgu, Mbeumo, Cunha. These are all good players. He was tragically misusing them. But I mean,
they were, yeah. Maybe not good.
He's got a
good
eye. He's got a great eye for these talented players.
Yeah, he roughly knows. He's like, there's a player in there somewhere. He just can't figure it out. He's like, Dorgu, what a left back. Like, no, totally wrong.
No. So close, though. So close. Yeah, I mean, look, was it 2 games ago that they changed manager and everyone was looking like, oh, he's got, who was it? Who was the first game he played?
Fletcher came in and they managed against Brighton and Burnley, I think, a draw and a loss.
Yeah. But then for Carrick, it was like, oh, he's got City next, then Arsenal. And I don't know if it was even kind of like a free hit kind of a mood. I don't think anyone was in the mood for that. But it's certainly like, well, he's not going to get any points from this. And here we are at the other side of it, 6 points. They are now 12 points off Arsenal. And if you blink, that could be 3.
They were almost 11 points clear just a few days ago.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why the top of the table no one seems to be pulling away. Like Liverpool are in 6 after their loss, but I don't think they'll stay in 6. I think they'll be back up to 3rd at some point. Whether they finish there is a different thing. But I mean, it seems like the points, there's a deflation of points. Like that 6 points away is like, it's not that much anymore.
Yeah. It feels like the points can change on a dime, but also at the same time, it feels incredibly difficult to actually move up or down the table. Man United are in 4th now, but that is like after 12 times of having a chance to go 4th. It felt like they were in 5th and 6th forever.
I think it must have been 3 times in a row anyways that they had a chance to go 5th if they win this game. And now 2 wins in a row and they're 4th.
Yeah, literally.
I think there's 3 draws before that in the Premier League and then 2 wins and they're 4th. So I don't know how they've managed to tread water like this and then just, leap up into the Champions League spots. But they have. I guess Arsenal at home, it was a tough one. They didn't play. Well, look, they haven't played exciting or entertaining football all year, but this was particularly bad, I feel. This was like really bad.
I think this was the one, and Arsenal were booed at the end of the game, but I think this was the one where the tide turned a bit, where it's like, all right, well, if we're not going to get results, then what the fuck is this? Like, why are we just a corner team and we're losing? That's not on.
Yeah, still top of the league, still top of the Champions League, still in the FA Cup, still in the Carabao Cup, and boo this man. Yeah, it must be confusing. Well, probably not confusing for them either. I think it's certainly not confusing for any of the attacking players because I think they've really been told, listen, your job is to help the team.
Get corners.
Okay. And I'll decide what that means for you as an attacking player. Trossard is the top scorer with 4. Now, I think it's been a low-scoring season across the board for everyone except for Haaland and Semenyo, who now both play together, which again is another good news story for Arsenal.
Woo, woo.
What's that behind us? But I think that if looking at it, I don't know this for sure, but looking at it, I would say Arsenal's plan when they go out is to get control of the ball, dominate possession, don't concede, clean sheet, that's very important. And then we'll kind of probe and we'll wait for them to make a mistake, and then we'll spot the gap and we'll break them down that way. And in the process of breaking them down and probing, we will get corners. And they've identified probably statistically how much that happens, and that'll be a good idea to get really good at that. And that'll be a good way to score as well. And there's no room for like a goal like Patrick Dorgu scored.
No,
you know I mean? Just kind of like
that.
No, there's no kind of wiggle room for that to happen in the way they play. And it does rely on them going ahead first and then just grinding them down, which they did. But I feel like they started off strong, and then, they got their own goal, and then it was like, right, now to ruin this as a spectacle.
Yeah. Time to stop.
Yeah. Football's over, every goal. And maybe the old Man United, but this new Man United, under Michael Carrick's new Man United, said, I think we can have a go here, and sure, what's the point in losing 1-0? May as well lose 2-0, doesn't matter. They got after him, they forced a mistake. The Zubimendi got kind of put a ball behind him, and it's a good finish by Mbeumo. And then the Patrick Dorgu goal was just, like I say, it's just a goal that Arsenal will not score this year. And I think they will stick with the same tactic, Arsenal. I think they're going to bank on the outside top 6 teams, breaking them down, and say, look, if we draw again to City, that's 1 more point for us. And then the Cunha goal was, it wasn't even that crazy. It was a goal you see scored a lot by other teams, but it's just not a goal that you've seen Arsenal score this year. So yeah, I think they probably deserve to lose because they could have won, they nearly drew, and end up losing. And it's really because of the way they play. And I think that's why the fans are booing. Not that they lost sight that they're top of the league, is because this isn't fun to watch, and nothing's guaranteed. Now there's 4 points between us and the chasing pack. So yeah, it was a really bad loss.
Really bad. It's also the first time Man United beat Arsenal away since Arsene Wenger was manager, which I couldn't believe.
Wow.
He was manager during the Jesse Lingard dance floor game. That was the last time they beat them there. So that'll tell you. Like it this time it didn't work because it was very unlucky to like come up against, of all the teams in the world, to be like, go a goal ahead and go, right, we'll sit back and we'll hold on to this. It's like, you are playing a team of like players who have literally just now for the first time this season been told, just get at them. Do what feels good. Like, if you want to hit it from long, go for it. It could not have been a worse game for Arsenal to do that in. Like,
yeah. Well, is that maybe unfair on Michael Carrick? Is he actually tactically preparing this team?
This is the thing. I was thinking that as well. I saw an interview with Lamens, the goalkeeper, after the game, and he was asked, like, what's it like with Carrick as manager? Is it much different to Amorim? And he said, tactically, he doesn't actually do much. He just ensures we do the basics right, which tells to me, like, keep it tight, no messing, have a pop everything.
It's a simple game, Will. Get the goal in the other net, keep it on yours.
And like it, again, we said this last week, and since Carrick's come in, even since Fletcher came in, United are so different because no one's overcomplicating it too much. Michael Carrick won 2 games in a row. It took Ruben Amorim famously 37 games to do that. Yes,
it did. But I do think I saw Maguire, man of the match, Maguire after the game. I mean, what a Man United career he's had. I mean,
legend, a legend.
Like even the fans who were cheering behind him, and like they're still cheering Harry. It's like, Dad, they deserve this. It's like, you know who they are, Harry. You know who that is. Like they're the same people who. I mean, I don't want to bring up old ruins here, but like he can just compartmentalize this stuff and move on. I mean, fair play to him. He had a great game. But he was saying, the first 20 minutes, they played the same way they did against Liverpool. So we knew what they were going to do. I was like, that's the last thing you want to do is become predictable, like to the minute. And then go like, yeah.
Okay, and they've stopped. It's time to go.
Yeah, because I think they scored the 29th minute was the own goal. So I'd say that was the real marker. Like, okay, now they're going to sit back and we can push on them. And then, yeah, like by the end of the game, Man United were kind of hanging on before Arsenal got that equaliser. And again, instead of like, pushing on, it was like Man United got the winner. So it was like, they can tell like when's the time to attack and when's not time to attack by the other games you play. And like I said, I don't think he's going to change this point of the season, but I don't know if it's going to be enough now. Because as I mentioned, City looked pretty good against who was it? Wolves. I mean, okay, it's Wolves, but nevertheless, they have Gay in there now at the back. They look good. Semenyo scored another goal for them. He seems to
Haaland got a rest.
Yeah, I've got a rest. Haaland and Foden on the bench. RIP to anybody who said, hey, Haaland versus Wolves, triple captain time, baby. And just in case he doesn't play, I'll put Foden as the other vice captain.
I couldn't believe my eyes, Carl.
Yeah. I said in the last episode, didn't I? I was thinking about it. But I mean, like, I'm third bottom of the table anyway. So, I mean, look, I had to make a move. If it was next week, it would have been another bad move. I've been making bad moves all year, so I mean.
Who are you telling?
I mean,
guess who's like, below you?
Well, what can I say? Oh, if I hadn't made him triple captain, what? You'd still be third bottom, no matter what you did. Looking at the teams around you, you'd slip. So it doesn't fucking make any sense.
Say it all the time.
I'm not bothered, Bill, right? I'm not bothered, okay? I'm actually not bothered at all. So you can laugh all you want, okay? I actually don't. It's funny because I don't care. Luckily for me, I actually don't care. I never did. So good luck with your little numbers game. Fucking get a life, lads.
I'm not bothered, really, I'm not bothered. Really not bothered. Can I just say one thing? You guys pay for tickets and you're paying for my prize money, so thank you. Thank you for my money. Thank you for booing me. Thank you. Come on!
One of maybe my favourite ever Onion article headline, like, they put up Instagram ones. Man who plays 400 hours of fantasy football league, ecstatic with $30 runner-up prize.
Yeah, it's for pride. That's what it is. Really, it's hard to have an opinion on football if you can't bother with the fantasy league. It's like, well, I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having a podcast.
If we both come first and second bottom, that would be the natural end of the show, I think. It's like, all right, our 20 listeners now know that we know nothing, so it's time to pack it in. Anyhow, predictable, boring, and not very good to listen to or watch. Enough about this podcast. We'll back to Arsenal. I don't know. I mean, like I say, they're in a good position, but I think it's the familiar feeling of the last 3 years for the Arsenal fans, where they think, oh, this is
like we say, it's unfair, like the bottling stuff, but it is usually around this time. So, like, I think as well that kind of lends to the booing as well of. They're nearly in the stadium going, we know what this means. Like, that's what it felt like at the end of the game. They're like, please, God, don't do this again.
Yeah, the bottle stuff is, I mean, it's initially someone uses this and it kind of sticks, and then people use it as kind of rage bait. And then the wider kind of public hear the word used and think it's like it's a suitable term to use to describe something in a tactical sense. Like, yeah, they're just kind of bottlers. Like, that's not actually a thing, It's... That's like an insight into someone's psyche that you don't have access to. That's just like made up. But I don't know if you saw the fucking hell, John Terry celebrating Chelsea's 0405 record still being intact. Play the clip. Yeah.
January the 25th, 2026, and the record is safe. So Peter Cech, Paulo Ferreira, Ricky Carvalho, William Gallas. It's time to celebrate with a bottle or a glass of red wine. I'm going for the bottle. Full celebration tonight. It's only January and the record has already gone.
He's such a weird guy. Yeah. The way he films himself is so odd.
He does the millennial pause every time as well. So he hits record, sees 1 second on the clock, goes, oh, what a game that was. It's like, just
sometimes as well, he has someone else holding the camera for him and he's menacingly walking towards it. I don't know which is worse.
Yeah, this one got me because I don't know if you noticed the emphasis on the bottle.
Yeah.
That's just like, he's fucking doing the thing. But I think they can still win it. I'm like Patrick Vieira, well, I'm starting to waver a little bit. He's like, well, I thought they win today and they didn't, so I don't know.
Oh no!
Did you see him have that realization in the studio? Do you think they can still win, Patrick? It's like, yeah, of course they do. But then again, I thought they'd still win today and they didn't. But yeah, the studio was interesting because, of course, it was basically a mini overlap. It had Roy Keane.
By the way, the overlap has now leaked into the actual football because, like I said, the pundits were a mini overlap. At one stage during the game, the camera panned to Ian Wright, and Gary Neville said, "Oh, look forward to talking to you on Wednesday, Ian." And I was like, "Okay, this is outrageous! Like the football is now an ad for the podcast, not the other way around."
This is why I thought he would break ties with Sky, because it just would get too much, too kind of intertwined. But there was actually Rio who cut ties with the broadcasters. But yeah, I mean, you had Gary Neville there, you had Roy Keane. And of course, the topic comes up. Where did we put the contract, Michael? Where do we assign? And I think that's probably what it is. They have an aversion to Michael Carrick as manager because of what happened with Solskjaer. Well, at least I think that's it for Gary Neville. For Roy Keane, I think it's a bitter rivalry he's made up in his own head. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, he had kind of an internet thing with his wife 12 years ago. Now, that sounds kind of sordid, kind of like not what I'm talking about. But, well, you have the details there.
Yeah, we have the details. So this was all brought back up. We mentioned it a few times in the show now, a week or two ago, when Roy Keane said that Michael Carrick's wife could do the team talk as she has a big mouth. And we thought, whoa, what the hell is that?
Can't say that.
And so this popped up again today. We'll play the clip here now of what Roy Keane thinks should happen if Michael Carrick continues on winning games as manager.
Simple as that.
Would you give it Carrick then, now, Roy?
Job? No, you're being silly now. No,
No,
serious.
no, would you give him the job? He's had two great performances.
Yeah, two great performances, but anybody can win 2 games. That's what he does at the end of the season. And even if they do get into fourth, I still wouldn't be convinced he's the man for the job. Absolutely not. I still think they need a bigger and better manager. But he's got the opportunity. What a chance it is for him. And you know what? He's taking it. So, fair play to him.
Michael, we're here till 8 o'clock. We've got all that time to get into the weeds.
So, you can tell now that it's like, right, there's some history here, some beef.
Well, you know what it is? If it wasn't for the overlap, I would probably take him on his word. But because I know that he said his wife has a big mouth, she has done team talk. And everyone's like, who the hell is Michael Carrick's wife? What's he talking about? It's clearly just a personal beef he has.
Yes, exactly. So I did a bit of Googling here to see what was this about. So it all started 12 years ago when RTE had the story here from Wednesday, 26th February 2014. Roy Keane slams flat Manchester United players. Former United captain Roy Keane took a shot at Michael Carrick and warned that some players will have no future at the club after the Red Devils suffered a painful 2-0 Champions League defeat to Olympiacos. Keane claimed manager David Moyes would have been shocked at the lack of quality in the team he inherited from Alex Ferguson last summer and ridiculed the theory that the Premier League is the strongest in the world. Speaking on ITV, Keane reacted sharply to a post-match interview with Carrick, who succeeded him in the United midfield in the mid-2000s. There's a
lot to unpack here with this. There's the Ferguson angle. There's the he's better than me. He thinks, by fuck, he is better than me.
So, and I think at the time as well, Michael Carrick was United captain for a period. So this was the new Roy Keane, essentially. So Michael Carrick was interviewed after the game. Probably not the most charismatic interview. And Roy Keane said that interview was just like the performance, flat. He should say a bit more, have a bit more urgency. Even in his interview, that just reflected United's performance tonight. Flat with no urgency. They keep saying, well, next game, next game. For some of them, there won't be another game. That's the reality. It's funny too, because in my head, I know this entire team went on to play for like 10 more years at United. I'm thinking of how long it took them to sell everyone. So that was Roy Keane's comments on the night, and there's a few more things he says. Like, I would think David Moyes.
Just to like say from there, he's really taking a shot at Alex Ferguson there. David Moyes will be shocked at how bad the team he inherited from Alex Ferguson. That's the shot at Alex Ferguson. And
so that was the comments. Like, it's not too mental, but it is just a bit weird. Like, again, criticizing Carrick's interview. It's like, right, well, he's a football player. He's not trying to be entertaining, really. He's just after losing 2-0 and he's going out. He's probably being very boring on purpose so there's less stories.
Yeah, of course.
Michael Carrick's wife, Lisa Roughhead, posted on Twitter at the time, Roy Keane, what a prick. Says anything to provoke a reaction. She later went on to delete that tweet and posted an apology that read, deleted my tweet. Sorry, emotions got the better of me. Roy Keane, a few days later when he was on Sky Sports, was asked about it. He said, honestly, it didn't bother me.
Yeah. Hasn't bothered me yet, not till I get my revenge.
No, it was fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely the take a shot Alex Ferguson, and also it's like when Roy Keane left Man United, Carrick comes in after him. It's like, oh, he's here to replace me, this guy.
Yeah.
So there's a few different elements going on. So when his wife comes in, it's like, why are you criticizing my husband? It's not about him, you fool. It's about Alex Ferguson. Like everything is.
It's about me.
Yeah,
actually.
It's not about Michael Carrick. It's about me, Roy Keane, and Alex Ferguson. But yeah, to hold on to that for 10 years, 12 years, and then bring it up on your podcast, with views, say she has a big mouth because she tweeted something 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when she was 12 years younger, when you were making fun of, her husband on national television.
Yeah, and you have to think as well, this was 2014. Comments like that, par for the course now. Like, again, it's the overlap on TV between the games. Back then, it was a much duller show all around. The football, the punditry. Maybe not on RT where you had Dunphy and the like, but I mean, ITV was probably Keane, who
Ian
else
Wright.
was have on? But like, it wasn't like Ian Wright. Yeah, it wasn't like it was now though, where it's like, all right, we need a clip. Who are we going to insult, Roy?
Yeah, it wasn't a clip economy. It was just kind of like, but this is what the thing with Roy Keane, this is why we're always made him entertainment, and he probably was the preamble to the whole clip thing, was that he never gave like a tactical breakdown. Like, what do you mean he was flat, Roy? Like, tactically, what was he doing wrong? He didn't have any X's and O's to show that he was doing that. So, like, if you're like, you care about Michael Carrick, you see him on, you just go, yeah, he's flat, just like his performance. It's like, you know what, say, you just make it, you just not saying anything, you're just having a pop at him. Like, do you know what I mean? You would see
his interview was just like his game. What?
Yeah, like a flat performance. Like, yeah, can you expand on that? No, I bet you can't, because you're not. Again, you're having a go at Man United and Alex Ferguson and the thing that you hate, but. Yeah, that's fine. But the fact that he holds on at that 12 years later brings it up. And now he's Michael Carrick has had 2 good wins against the 2 best teams in the league, and he's not having it. And you think, all right, again, probably because of the Arne Slot thing, but you can't separate that. Like, he has a personal beef here, and we know that he's holding on to it, and he's still holding on to it.
Yeah, and as well, I mean, there's been no secret made that Roy Keane and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are really good mates. So I do wonder as well, does that come into it where it's like, first he took my job, now he's taking Ollie's job?
Yeah, the fact that they turned, like, again, what we were saying, it's just kind of disrespectful to bring him in for an interview, having already worked there, and then say, actually, no. Like, it's just embarrassing. So I'm sure Keane was like not happy to hear about that either. And now this Carrick guy's coming in now, nothing to do with that. Same way he had nothing to do with replacing Roy Keane. He didn't come in and say, I'm better than you. He wasn't even there at the same time. Also, he's probably thinking, Spurs guy. Who the fuck's think he is? There's probably a lot of things going on into it, but yeah, I just think that was last week we said that they refused an interview with Sky because of Roy Keane association. This is where I feel the overlap. This is why Gary Neville has to kind of break away, because he can't really tread the 2 lines of like. Yeah,
are they just never going to interview Michael Carrick on the pitch like they love to do? I guess not. Like,
it might be the secret to success.
It's worked so far.
Yeah.
He hasn't met Ed Sheeran yet.
No, and he's lucky he never will. But yeah, do you think? I mean, like we were saying, he has to win every single game to have a chance because of what happened previously. But I mean, he is different. I think he's not the same person. I don't think you can just say because it happened with this guy, and that was a few years ago now as well. But totally different personality. I guess he's managed about the same amount, but. You just can't take it on, like, they know him better than we know him. The club is working with him every day. If they think it's a Solskjaer situation, then fair enough. But they can't just go on, oh, well, it happened before, so we're just going to use the same approach to you. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So, but I do think for the fans, he's going to have to win a lot of games too, because they're thinking of Solskjaer.
Yeah, I think so. I think like if it goes on like this, I mean, that's one thing, but I can't imagine it will. That'd be crazy if they just win every game from now to the rest of the season. Or even come close. But if he just does well,
yes,
it seems stupid to not give him a chance just because it's like, it probably won't work out in the end though. It's like, yeah, but no manager works out in the end. Like, no manager's just there for life.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of managers get sacked.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Very few retire.
that is football. Yeah. And like, they're not broke. You know what I mean? You can afford to get a manager in and sack him and get a new guy in. They've been doing it for years, and like to varying levels of success.
I think the biggest mistake they could make now is kind of publicly saying, yeah, we're not keeping on Michael Carrick, and then going for someone like Enrique or Tuchel, Glasner, not getting them, and then going, hey, Michael, what would you say about staying on? You know
what? Fifth wasn't so bad, actually.
Listen, I know he lost to Brighton, but everyone loses to Brighton. It's okay. We actually don't care about that anymore. Like, I think you have to commit to it early on and give him the back and ride the wave a little bit. You can't let it run to the end of the season, like looking around, hoping someone better comes along, and then, by end of the World Cup, there's still no, manager in there, and they go, well, Michael's contract runs out July 31st, so we gotta give him a ring if we want to keep him on. Like, signing up in May and say we're going to stick with this guy, we're going to see it out, give him the summer. I don't know. Again, with all the fucking transfer committee they have and all the other people in the club, if he can manage the team, if he can manage the players he has,
this is what they want.
Yeah,
like, this is exactly what they want. And like, even say the transfers, I don't know who was involved. Was it their like committee or Amrim? But like, the whole plan was, well, look, even if this goes to shit, we have Mbumu and Cunha. We spent a lot of money. Like, that, they'll be good no matter what, and they kind of fit multiple different styles. And so, like, they've started the process. So, like, why not just get whoever it is that works for a season at a time? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's no guarantees that Luis Enrique or Tuchel will work anyway. So I just don't see them as like, oh, you have to get them in. Like if they're available, then you got to go for them. I think they're good, but I don't think it's like no brainers either to get. So like, there's no one else absolutely much better to bring in. So again, it's 2 games now after just 1 game.
Yeah, but this one was Arsenal.
I just think to write him off completely, like, doesn't matter what he does. Like, well, then what's the point of anything? It doesn't matter.
Exactly,
why is he even here then? Why is he even in the club if it doesn't matter what he does?
Why would I watch then? Yeah, what's the point? Just skip this season. So.
Why does he get out of bed? If like Michael, just so you know, like, you can come in, you can dress how you like, say what you like, doesn't matter. You're getting sacked.
Win the league.
You could win the league in this position. You're not big enough personality. It's just you don't have the X factor, unfortunately. So I guess, look, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Brighton goes. We'll talk again after Brighton.
Yeah.
See if you can break that voodoo. But yeah, as you mentioned, then Liverpool also played a game, crushing defeat for them. They scored 2 goals, being 2 goals down. 2 set pieces, obviously. You know what they're like.
Yeah.
Corner free kick, you know them. But yeah, it was kind of striking how they were kind of just pacing through them at the end. Bournemouth were looking for the winner. Like, what? Like,
it was a combo of. I saw it and I thought it was the worst I've seen Liverpool look all season. Like, I haven't watched them every single week, but a few times I do. Even they've had bad results, and it's like they're in it up until the end, and then last kick of the game they lose or something like that. But this one was like a combo which you rarely see of getting pissed through tactically, and also because none of your players are getting back. So it's like, this is big trouble.
Yeah, they looked tired at the end. I felt when they were the last few chances that Bournemouth were getting, they didn't look like they were. Again, it's that feeling of like, what's the point? Like, are we going to win the league from here? You know, yeah. What are we trying to do? Save Arne Slot's job? Is that what's driving us on? That's what the whole new manager bounce is, because like it's a fresh start and we're all playing for spots. I think this Liverpool side are maybe getting a bit tired of this season. They're kind of like, I think we're 2/3 in, or maybe about that. They're like, all right, home stretch. Let's just see this out. And it was
we'll be on the beach soon.
Just get that 4th place, and then we're good. But they're in 6th place now because they lost in probably the second scrappiest goal of the weekend after Arsenal's scrappy goal got in. But it was a scrappy goal nonetheless, and a heartbreaking way to lose it. It does all the same seem crazy saying Slot out after that.
Yeah, it's weird how I suppose they're not just turn it on, turn it off. Like, they are pretty consistently they want them out, but it's just, again, everyone in the league is bad, so it feels like he's being judged harsher than everyone else. Like, they're 6th. They're probably like a point off Chelsea, who it feels like are going really well.
Yeah, they had a good win actually. Yao Pedro and Estevao scored, which again it just shows you the levels of fucking spotlight certain clubs have versus others. Like Estevao, remember him against Barcelona? He was the next. He had next, and now it's like this is about the first goal he scored since that I've heard about.
Yeah, I don't think he was playing under Maresca even. Actually, I saw a bit of that game, and there was one line from the commentary that I couldn't believe my ears. They're talking about our boy LinkedIn Liam Rosenier, and they said, "Did you know?" I can't remember the two commenters were like, "Did you know that Liam, when he was in school, when he was a young boy, his teachers actually thought about enrolling him in a special school because he had such an interest in logic and tactics at such a young age." Like, this man was born to LinkedIn. I know it's a joke, but I mean, he really is. He lives
He's
it.
born to age men, it sounds like. Logic, tactics.
Get him on Diary of a CEO. Liam Rosenier is going to be blockbuster.
That is going to happen. I don't know why he's Chelsea manager, maybe not, but after the Chelsea manager stint, that is going to happen. What are those markets that you can bet on anything?
Polymarket, yeah.
Polymarkets. I mean, that if there's an odds for that, I'm betting the house on that. That's huge.
But like, again, they're going pretty well. It feels like they're winning games. Even their manager left, didn't really sack him. It was just he had to go. He said some stuff, but Liverpool are not far off them. But it just feels like a totally different attitude towards the manager.
I mean, at the first goal they conceded, it was kind of a long ball, and Van Dijk kind of tried to see it out, and it kind of held up in the wind a bit, and then they just kind of played it back across. I was like, oh, no one was switched on there. I think that was kind of like the whole vibe of the Liverpool team. It's like, you could have stopped that one. That wasn't like, okay, look, hats off, you can't stop that. But it was just like, they had small little the inches. That's what the difference is in the wins and losses there. So I mean, I don't know. I think at the end of the season, he might leave. He might get mutually consented. I think. I don't think they're going to sack him. And I think it'd be wrong to. But I think if they can get Alonso in place, you'll get a mutual consent at the end of the season. Like, Slot thank you for winning the league, our second league in 5 years, not 30 years.
Yeah. Don't know why you added those in.
I don't know why I added the previously. I mean, fucking, why didn't I add 100 years? Tot it all up to that, But I think if that was it, but I think that's the one that, again, not too many no-brainers out there. I think the Alonso one, if former players come back, the club is back with Michael Carrick, I think they might jump on that bandwagon and say, yeah, Alonso, he's like cool and he's got tactics and whatnot. We've got some Leverkusen players here already, so that's perfect. And I think in this game they played the four at the back, like Kirkes and Frimpong. They had Wirtz and Szoboszlai and Salah. They had Gakpo instead of Ekitike, who I would probably play. But in terms of like they had the full squad fit, the setup, you think, they're the players he bought to play that way, and they could see 3 goals and only score 2. So it's like, maybe now it's down to the players don't want to play for you anymore.
That's what it looked like. Again, they looked tired, and Slot said after the game, like, look, they ran out of energy, and they were playing midweek. He mentioned he said the line about look, we were playing midweek. We're the only team to play a few days later. But it's like, yeah, but lots of teams run out of energy. But if it was that tiring, you would see that every week in every game. Do you know what I mean? It's rare you see that level of kind of strolling back when Bournemouth are barreling towards your goal. That seems like something else rather than just tired.
Yeah. Again, because okay, ifs and buts and all that. But I mean, if they had won that game, they'd be on 39 points, and that would put them into 4th. And then they would have been 7 points off Villa in 3rd. And shout to Villa, who again, kind of waiting for them to fall away. They're still in 3rd. They're on 46, Man United on 38. And it's Man United on 38, by the way. It's not, someone who's going well. So they kind of have that and on the same points as Man City, I should mention. They're on 46, Man City on 46, and Arsenal on 50. So they're very much still in the race.
They win the league.
No reason why you got to count them out. They beat Newcastle 2-0. And again, that's it. They've lost one. That's only their second win in the last 5, having lost 2 and drawn 1. So they've been going through a bad patch themselves, and they're still third. So I mean, yeah, I think they can definitely challenge for it. But yeah, what I mean is that Liverpool were not like adrift in ninth, like Newcastle say. Do you know what I mean? Like they're very much still in it, and you don't have the energy to track back, to run back. I don't know. It feels like it. They could be just kind of sick of the whole thing. I'm not sure. Again, we don't know. We're just looking. But
yeah, and there was a moment as well after at the end, Bournemouth scored their last minute goal. Like I said, incredibly scrappy from a long throw, and then balls ricocheting around. Whistle blows. Van Dijk is straight up to the referee, and he's complaining about something. But it felt like, even looking at it, is like, I don't think even he knows what he's complaining about here. I think he's just like, come on, you can't let them score.
There has to be something. Check the tapes. Yeah, because none of the goals really, you could kind of see anything that was, maybe something else that we missed. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. They haven't seemed to turn around. I don't think they will at this point. I don't think they're gonna. And I honestly, at one point, I did think like once they get the kind of thing settled, they'll be fine. But I just don't think it's there for them this year.
No, and I mean, Salah is back in the team. He's now lost, I think it's 8 games in a row he's started for Liverpool or something. Or I think it's maybe 6 of the last 8, something like that. And I saw the last player to do that was Dirk Kuyt in his last 8 games for Liverpool.
A dark time, I think, if I remember correctly.
So yeah, it's like they were kind of looking a little bit better when Salah was gone, as kind of Wirtz was the main man. And, again, we're not watching every Liverpool game, so maybe there's probably Liverpool fans listening, screaming at this, being like, you're so wrong. But it just feels like when Salah's back in the team, they're much worse, like immediately.
Yeah, but as I said, they weren't great when he was gone either. I know they were unbeaten. Again, the stats would say that they were unbeaten in a long period, but a lot of draws, and they didn't look. Again, all these things with the eye test. Like when I'm looking at Gyökeres, I'm like, he has almost the same goals as Ekitike, but I'd be much, more confident of Ekitike being a more successful Premier League player than Gyökeres just because of what I see. So, I mean, yeah, when I look at that Liverpool side, it didn't look like one that was starting to figure it out. And then Salah's come back like, oh no, we have to change it all now back because he's here. I think it's more than that. And yeah, I don't know, is it the midfield like that? Like they were kind of cutting to the middle of them at the end, but who knows? Who knows what it is? But I do think if Alonso is on deck, ready to go, that will happen, which is just incredibly harsh for a manager who's won the league. And like for everyone to say, well, that was Klopp's league, but thanks for anyways. It's like such a cruel sport, isn't it?
I mean, even now, like I said, they're like 5th, 6th. If you said at the start of the season, look, you're not winning the league this year, but you're in the race for 4th, you might get 4th. I think a lot of Liverpool fans are like,
well, before or after they spent all the money.
Well, that's true. I forgot about the 500 million.
You said you want to get Isak, Ekitike, Kirkes, who at the time everyone thought was good, Frimpong, Florian Wirtz, and we're going to finish 6th.
You had me at Isak.
Yeah, like we have Alexander Isak and we finished 6th. What the hell happened? I think that's what they would say. So I don't know about that, but look, I do think it's still quite tight, and I'm being very disrespectful to Aston Villa, but it is only Aston Villa. It's Aston Villa and Man United who are in 3rd and 4th. I think the league probably is maybe a bit out of because they might catch Arsenal, but I don't think they're going to catch City. They're 10 points behind City. I mean, that would be horrendous if they were to claw in 10 points on Man City at this point. That would be incredible. And then again, another 4 points on Arsenal as well. I just don't see that happening. And I think for a team like Liverpool who won the league last year, and then likes of Van Dijk and Salah, like that is the level that they're aiming for. They have no interest in qualifying for Champions League next year. Do you know what I mean? They don't care about that. They want to win the league. They want to win the Champions League. That's what their aims are. So, yeah, I think the season is maybe just a bit disappointing for them, and it's kind of starting to peter out. But we have Carabao Cup. Speaking of Arsenal's first quad to be conquered.
I told you the second people
second they said it, the wheels come off.
Happens every year.
Yeah, best thing for Arsenal would be to lose this game and get out of the Carabao Cup while you
Get
can.
it over with. Yes.
Get out.
You do not want 1 down, 3 to go. You don't want that.
Yeah, no one wants to win the Carabao Cup anyways. No one counts it. But they play Chelsea on Tuesday. That's for ultras only. Patreon.com/NoNonsensePod. $4.50 a month to hear about that. That's tomorrow. And I'm assuming then the other semi-final is also
I assume so. Let me look that up.
Wednesday, I would say, which is, from memory, City, Newcastle one side, Chelsea, Arsenal the other. And then, yeah, we got more Premier League action on the weekend, which is nice.
That is nice. I'm going to stop you there, Kyle. They're actually next week.
Oh.
Psych.
Okay. Well, just Arsenal and Chelsea then tomorrow. Should be a good game.
No, that's also next week.
What?
Yeah, it's
The Carabao.
I think
What's this week?
Champions League, apparently.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
Thank God.
Thank fuck for that.
God, trying to fucking promote the Carabao Cup there was a bit of a slog. It's like, ugh, the semi-final of the Carabao Cup second leg. Who gives a fuck?
Now, I will say this Champions League batch where it's match day 8 of... No, that's not right. Match day 8 of 8? I thought there was... Oh, yeah, no, that is right. Yeah. I thought the group stage went into February, but it doesn't. But we've got Liverpool, Karabakh, Barcelona, Copenhagen, PSG, Newcastle. That's good. Oh, here we go. Dortmund, Inter, Napoli, Chelsea. Bodo Glimt versus
Arsenal
Karat. Arsenal playing Karat. A team who I genuinely have never even seen their name before.
I think, I heard Kazakhstan. I'm not sure.
Benfica, Real Madrid, City, Galatasaray. So if that's the last match day of the league phase, is there teams that must win? Because I mean, really,
what's at stake?
Because I mean, really, this is the whole point of the league phase: is that the last day is very exciting.
Playoff qualifiers. Who's in the orange? Napoli are on the bubble. They're just outside the. They're on 8 points. Oh, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams on 8 points. Copenhagen and Napoli, due to goal difference, outside of that. Napoli, who do they play? They play Chelsea. Oh, that's a tough one. Chelsea are in automatic qualification, also on the bubble. They're on 30 points. So they want to qualify automatically. Napoli want to qualify in the playoffs. So that's honestly what I would do with this one, folks. Goal show.
Yeah.
That's, if you can get on the goal show, the TNT goal show. That's probably the way to watch these games. Because again, some of these games look good. Dortmund, Inter, Napoli, Chelsea. But then Arsenal, Karat, you don't want to sit down and watch that. Watch the goal show. It's a classic goal show night. And again, coverage of that Thursday, Friday. We'll see. Maybe not at all. But sign up anyways.
What a twist.
No, we will. Swear we will. So yeah, if you want to hear that, sign up, link in the description of this episode. And if you don't do that, maybe give us a 5-star review on Spotify, perhaps. If you don't do that, all right. Fine.
Why don't you unfollow us, then follow us again, just to make you feel good.
Yeah, get the numbers up. Unfollow, follow again, a few times maybe. Looks like we have more followers. We can show them to advertisers and scam them. While
this many people clicked follow on this day. That's how we'll say it.
Yeah, and then we won't show them the actual follow numbers, but we'll have the money by then. It'll be too late. There's some M&F actually on. We'll break news in the past. Leeds are 1-0 up against Everton. Can you guess the goal scorer?
Calvert-Lewin.
James Justin. Who else?
Wow, remember him?
Yeah.
Wow, what a throwback.
That is a throwback. I was like, just like, I saw the name, I was like, wow, who's going to love this? That's about it, what I would say. Oh yeah, I did have one actually interesting fact. I meant to say in the last episode, but I forgot to say it. We were talking about Denmark and Greenland and all that. Do you know what the last piece of land that Denmark sold to the US was?
Ooh, no idea.
Little St. James Island.
Where the hell is that?
It's Epstein Island, Will.
What?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
So
it all makes sense now.
It's all making sense, yeah.
Yeah, all comes full circle. You try and bury the Epstein files, they'll come back eventually in
Trump is
various
going,
ways.
I want Denmark's island, whatever. I think, what's it called? Greenland? Is that what they call it? He wants the island.
Yeah.
I gotta get that island. I gotta blow it up.
Yeah. I gotta cover my tracks. Okay. Yeah, that's it. See you next week. Good luck.
Bye.
Honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense.
They say many garbage things.
You don't know what you're going to get.